One of Scotland's most historic and venerated sites, Iona Abbey is a celebrated Christian center and the burial place of early Scottish kings. The abbey and nunnery grounds house one of the most comprehensive collections of Christian carved stones in Scotland, ranging in age from 600 AD to the 1600s. 800 years later, the island's significance was reaffirmed when the abbey buildings were restored and an active community again took up residence. Visitors can tour the abbey, including Tura and Abba, the site of St. Columba's writing cell, which provides a view over the abbey, St. Columba's shrine, the abbey church, and cloisters. To the northeast of the abbey is the Michael Chapel and the Infirmary Museum. Over the centuries, the abbey buildings have been considerably altered. St. Columba and his followers built a small monastery from wood, wattle, and daub. Later, the timber was replaced with stone, and in around 1200, the Columbian monastery was transformed into a Benedictine abbey. Restoration of the abbey buildings began in 1938 when Reverend George F. MacLeod established the Iona community. The scheme was designed to unite craftsmen and training ministers in a task of renovating the historic site. Experiencing the physical renewal of the abbey was intended to prepare the young ministers to achieve spiritual renewal when they returned to their inner city parishes. The abbey restoration was completed in 1965, from which time the Iona community have run it as a residential center and continued daily worship in the abbey church. In recent years, the Iona Cathedral Trust found the financial burden of maintenance of the abbey increasingly difficult and passed this responsibility to Historic Scotland, who now manage the abbey and maintain its fabric. There are several places you can visit in the island, such as Iona Nunnery, a picturesque nunnery ruins with the tranquil cloister gardens. It is closed by the ferry landing. St. Orange Chapel, a burial ground that has been in use since the saint's time and became the traditional burial place for the kings of Dalriada and Scotland for many years. As you leave the ferry, turn left and follow the road past Mariers Bay and Thymore. You will find the golf course. The grass is kept clipped by the cattle and sheep that graze on the Monshire, and the golf course is free of charge. Also on the island, you can search for the elusive and skulking crowncrag, one of Scotland's rarest summer migrants that retains a stronghold on the island. Your trip to Iona would not be complete without the walk down the St. Columba's Bay, where St. Columba is thought to have landed in his coracle in 563 AD. Follow the road going south from the ferry, and then across the island to the golf course. The marble quarry was first opened in the late 1700s by the Duke of Argyll, but did not operate for long because the marble was difficult to extract and the transport was uneconomical. It reopened in 1907 and closed again at the end of World War I. There are remains of a cutting frame, water tank, gas engine, wheeled platform, and white cut stone blocks. Iona Abbey is ran by Historic Scotland and is open all year. Guided tours run regularly and are included in the admission charge. The Abbey is a 15-minute walk from the ferry. Wheelchairs are available on site and can be booked by telephone.